Re-Entry Services helps Mecklenburg County residents returning from incarceration or with a recent history of incarceration. Clients work individually with a case manager, addressing their needs, connecting to resources, and changing their lives. Services may include identification and transportation assistance, vocational training, cognitive behavioral therapy, and employment skills training. The gentleman you're about to meet is a wonderful example of how Re-Entry Services may assist you or a loved one returning to our community.
Well, my life growing up, it was, first my mother passed when I was 7, and my dad died when I was 9. And my brother and his wife raised me, and they was my guardians. My brother was an alcoholic, and I grew up in a dysfunctional family. Now, I played sports, and one of the things is that I was angry because my parents is not being there. PTA meetings, even while I was playing sports, I was angry on the field. One of the things I did accomplish, I was able to graduate high school with no guidance. But through my coaches and teachers, I was able to accomplish that. But just getting involved with different relatives and friends and associates, things of that nature, and I was led astray, and I started to get in trouble. Through that prison life, I just learned a little bit about myself. I cried a lot. I was still angry, and as I look back, it was probably one of the most devastating things that happened to me because I didn't have no family to come visit me. I didn't have no relatives to come visit me. It's like I was alone. So I had to depend on my faith and myself to get me through.
Well, our main focus is helping individuals returning back to community from incarceration, find employment, but we also provide wraparound case management services, meaning we take a look at their issues and their concerns, and we try to get them connected to the appropriate community resources to address those needs and concerns.
There was always something in me, driving me to want to do better and do different than the way I was living. And I first was on different substances. I have a career with using different substances, and alcohol and drugs had brought me to a bottom that I just got tired of the way that I was living. So I just got tired. My last binge, I woke up twice in ICU. And I remember my father, who died from the same illness. I just did not want to die that way. So I wanted to make a change, and I did make a change.
I met Alexander around 2014 at the Salvation Army. I want to say it was the fall, maybe September, October-ish, somewhere around that time. He was a resident there and very eager to make a change in his life.
I was able to go back to school. And I must say, if it wasn't for the re-entry program, I don't believe I would have completed my degree. They helped me with the bus pass, and you know, bus passes are expensive. I didn't have that kind of money. They got me a laptop. They helped me get my peer support. And from that peer support, that's when I started to realize my purpose is to help people.
We helped him with getting his driver's license. We assisted with him getting a peer support certification. We assisted him with housing as far as trying to, become stable, having a stable residence and things of that nature as well.
I've had jobs and I enjoyed my jobs, but now I have a vocation, I have a purpose. If anybody like myself, we can change, and that gives me hope. You cannot give me the money to validate or to replace the rewards that I get from just seeing a person change, the same way I've changed. And I've changed through people like Marcus and a host of others who believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. And that's one thing I loved about the re-entry program, is that when they viewed me as though I was human, they didn't look down on me based on what I had done or even some of the things that I was doing at that time.
Alexander is actually a colleague of mine now. He started out being a client, now he's a colleague.
But so long in my life, I was actually the problem, or part of the problem. The criminal activities, the drug activities, the addictions, I was a part of all of that. And now I'm a part of the solution.
Re-Entry Services is proud of Alexander and others like him making the difficult transition back to our community. If you or someone you know would like our help, please contact us using the information on the following screen.